So I'll be making a very basic upma in a Vengala Urali. So I've got my rava which is already dry roasted on a pan, and turn on the flame. I'll have some coconut oil because I'm going to make a very simple coconut upma. This is approximately 2 teaspoons of oil, and I got this coconut oil at home. I made this coconut oil from coconut milk that had gone bad. Allow this to heat and then we'll temper the spices. I've got my masala box or an anjura petti ready. This is made of brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc, and as I understand, storing your spices in an alloy of copper and zinc helps in preventing oxidation of the spices. So here is my masala box, and I will be adding my mustard or kadugu in Tamil. I'm going to allow this to splutter. So my mustard has started to split. I have my urad dal. Now the urad dal I use have their skins on. They are not completely, they are not de-skinned. So here goes the urad dal or ulatham parpu, and then chana dal or kadala parpu. I'll saute them for about a minute. The sauteing process produces a gong-like sound. That's real music to my ears when I cook. An absolute refreshing change from the usual non-sticky ones which produce no sound. And then I have my peanuts. They are already toasted peanuts that I have. I'm using those today. Abundance of those because my little toddler who's 3 years old, she loves peanuts. The measurement of my roasted rava is about 1.5 cups. So I'll be adding 1.5 cups of water and allowing it to boil. Here goes the other half cup. Now I'll allow this to boil, come to a rolling boil before I add the rava. This has come to a rolling boil here. So time to add my salt. Salt is best stored either in glass or wooden containers. I choose wood because it's not breakable. I have a small little toddler, and turmeric could be stored in glass or in wood. So I have them stored in wood. Here I go. Stir. I'll check if the salt is of the right consistency. As you would have noticed, I have not used green chilies. We've sort of stopped using green chilies. Instead, I'm using pepper as a substitute, pepper powder. So that gives the element of heat. And then I have grated ginger. I usually grate them for about 2 to 3 days. I'll add my grated ginger at this point. That adds the spice but not the heat that is necessary. At this point I'll just turn on the flame again, and I have about half a cup of coconut. That's fresh grated coconut that goes into this. This has sort of started boiling, which is time to add my roasted rava. This is 1.5 cups of rava. So I will be pausing my video to stir. So I've poured my entire 1.5 cups of roasted rava or semolina. This requires a little bit of an agitation, quite some muscle work. And since I'm filming with the one hand and cooking with the other, I have to keep pausing. The Vengala Urali is so hot that I have to use my oven mittens. The regular cloth, somehow I do not get a grip, so I use my regular oven mittens because this is really very hot. So the upma is done now, but I'm still going to I've sprinkled a little water. I'm going to allow it to cook for about 2 minutes on a very small flame. Maybe a little bigger. And then I think with that my upma is done. And so here my upma is ready. This is the first time that I'm making upma in a Vengala Urali. Traditionally, as I understand, the Vengala pane is used to make upma, but I wasn't really comfortable making an upma because it had a pretty narrow mouth. So this is reserved for making rice. This is more wide mouthed, and since it's the first time I'm making in a Urali, I just stuck to the very basic upma recipe. And it's come out pretty well. It took me about 12 to 13 minutes, including the time needed to make a video and pause a video and turn things around and mix it. So probably the next time I would add vegetables, this might take an additional 7 minutes. So it may take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, and that's exactly the time that is taken on any other pot. The idea is to experiment and understand if traditional vessels take more time, are they more difficult to maintain than the usual vessels, and I do not see any phenomenal difference. I definitely don't see any difference with the Vengala Urali or the bronze pot, because the maintenance and care is almost the same as it is for any other vessel. I've also started using this thing called as a bubble nut wash, which is basically nothing but soap nut powdered. Once I ran out of it, I would just use powdered soap nuts or this thing for washing. I have usually used Castile soap, but I think the traditional Indian soap nut is amazing. It doesn't lather as much, but it gives you the same results in terms of cleanliness, and you're not really ingesting chemicals, and it's a more sustainable way to clean. So yeah, bye bye for now, and that's upma in a Vengala Urali or a bronze pot.